Dave, if you want to come up and just... Dave, it's not a big check.
It's not a big check.
But one thing that's cool, Dave, for as long as you worked in Patriot, obviously being a newspaper, I think it's only fitting for you to get your own front page. I'm sure something you've been clamoring for a long time. Just sort of about you. All right, now I know a lot of you have been waiting. Without further ado, Bob Flounders. Just want to make sure I know where Dave is. Right there. Guys, thanks for coming to my big night. I really mean that. I mean, it's not just Dave. It's a pretty big night for me. I've been drinking nonstop since a couple of days before the Peach Bowl when I found out Dave was going to hang him up. So I'm pretty excited. It's been mostly Coors Light, but we'll see if we can get through it. And for the ladies out there, you're probably going to ask me later. I'm a Taurus, and I'm wearing Target and Walgreens, because that's what they did at the WNBA. I thought I would share that. Let me just dive right in. It is a really, really big night. Just a couple words that come to mind for me about our special guest: talented, caring, considerate, patient, a little fiery, kind of hot, and a dog lover. Anna Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Anna Jones is here. Dave Jones' wife. I think she's deserving of some kind of Lifetime Achievement Award. And I can't say enough about you. I really can't say enough about you. I just wanted to make sure. There's Nick Jones over there, but Anna, well done. I don't know how you did it. Godspeed. God bless. My name is Bob Flounders, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that. I've been with this diva on the Penn State beat for about 22 years. Probably you guys didn't know that. I was the one on the post-game videos, the PennLive Penn State post-game videos. I would talk for 2 minutes and Dave would talk for 8. That's why I'm not sure if you knew who I was. Dave, I just want to make sure, just real quick, you're going to say a few words a little bit later. Yeah, like this guy ever did anything in a few words. Dave, welcome to the Caddy Shack. Welcome to Mechanicsburg. It's your first trip to Mechanicsburg. I know you've probably never been here before. God willing, you'll find out where the PennLive office actually is. It's in a town called Enola. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I want to thank a couple of people. I consider them good friends. Burke Noel. Where's Burke? Burke Noel. And Chris Hopkins. Burke, just real quick, just so I know, we are live streaming this on YouTube without everyone's consent.
You're not.
I don't know, I'm pretty sure I saw Chris Mountner hanging out in the bush with some audio-visual equipment, so I would not rule that out. Chris, my boss, thank you. Bart was my boss as well, too. Chris actually was the one that asked me if I wanted to say a couple of words about Dave. I'm not sure if he knew what he was getting into when he did that. That was his first mistake. His second mistake was giving me 3 months to prepare for this. His third mistake was he's gonna pay for my bar tabs. So that probably not gonna go too well, Chris. Dave, just real quick, a couple of people couldn't make it tonight. I just wanted to let you know. I heard from Ross Thomas, and I heard from Brian Sassa. Ross Thomas told me to tell you he's just about finished with that 1997 Cedar Cliff Redland Boys box score. He's almost got it ready, but he wanted to get it just right for you. Brian Sassa, again, said to say hello. He couldn't make it. He's busy competing. He's actually training for the 63 and over men's clay court tennis championships at the Keystone Games. So he couldn't make it. That's a little inside joke for some of the Patriot News people from the 90s that are here. Just want to recognize the people that are here that made the trip. It's great to see Nick Horvath. I know Nick's here somewhere, probably eating. Great Nick Horvath, strictly cheating. I know Dave's tickled to see him. Nick took a chance on me in 1993, hired me fresh out of Lehigh Valley. It's great to see you, Nick. I'm going to take it easy on you after what I just witnessed and heard on the podcast. You guys have already gone at it. Dick Girardi is here. Dick, right there. Icon, Philadelphia Daily News, national. He can do it all. I think we can all agree. Easily the best college basketball writer in the country.
Very good.
Ford Chapman is here. I know I saw Ford a little while ago. Ford Chapman is back there. For those of you guys who don't know Ford Chapman, one of the great high school coaches since I've been in the mid-state, the head coach of the 1995 Bishop McDevitt team that won a state championship. They beat Burrell 29-0 for it. I don't know if you remember that. It's 29-0. Ford's got a great memory. I'm going to quiz him right now. Ford, you guys played 15 games that year. How many points did you score total? 427. Be better. Just be better. Sue Seitz is here, everyone. Sue Seitz, one of my favorites. One of Dave Jones's favorites. A good friend of both of ours. For those of you who don't know. By the way, she was the one peacocking at the bar back. It's been a big day for her too. It's a big day for me. She's so happy. She's glowing. I think she's beaming. Sue Seitz is here, HR person for PennLive. She's been with us a long time. Sue, I just wanted to ask you, don't be shy. On a scale of 1 to super needy, super duper needy for no reason, where would you rank David Jones in terms of 4.5 to 5 hour phone calls on a daily basis?
My man Dave, he can 45 minutes into a call, he'll probably say something like, "You probably had work you wanted to get done today." Yeah, it's like, oh, that's okay, Dave. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
I didn't call that often.
Oh.
Lastly, I wanted to recognize Joe Hermit, guys. I think everyone knows Joe Hermit is PennLive's kick-ass Penn State photographer. He does everything well, but he's really just a tremendous photographer covering Penn State. He's looking at me right now. He's like, why aren't we gonna have that? Joe has been my road roommate since, I'd say, 2009, right? 2009 on the road. He's not much of a cuddler, guys. He's never really been much of a cuddler. I don't know how Mandy Hermit feels about that, but you know, we've been through a lot together on the road. It's just me. At the end of the night, it's just me, Joe Hermit, and his gigantic sleep apnea machine that whistles. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Star Trek movies. It's about the size of one of those cloaking devices.
Maybe you ought to get one.
Jones, we never roomed together, so I don't even.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did? Yeah. One time. Anyway, Joe is on the mend. It's good to see you, Joe. I had some other stuff planned for you, but I'm going to hold back on that. It's like fishing with dynamite. I will not do it, although I would think about it. Getting serious just a little bit, talking about Dave. I want to read off a couple of accomplishments for him. 33 seasons covering Penn State men's basketball. I think that was right.
35.
35 seasons added to 31 Penn State football?
33.
33 Penn State football. 3-time winner, best sports columnist in PA, 99, 04, and 06.
20. No, I'm just kidding.
2010 APSI National Columnist Award winner. Past president of the Football Writers Association of America, I think that was in 2017. Member of the U.S. Basketball Hall of Fame in 2018. Guys, my memory is not that good. It's plastered all over PennLive. All over PennLive.
Just read out the front page.
It's like a chapter in a Missioner novel, what he's done for his awards. But Dave, in all seriousness, I think you and I talked after the Peach Bowl, the post-game video, and I mean it when I say, I don't know that I've ever seen or will ever see a more talented writer, not just sports, but anywhere, either at Patriot News or PennLive. I think what you've done is really pretty incredible. Some actual words that I would use for Dave, in all seriousness: passionate, curious, driven, and most especially, I think relentless, I think comes into play as well. He's just different. Dave is different than most. I mean, we don't usually have events like this for just really good writers that are leaving PennLive. I think Dave is very deserving of that, and I just wanted to say that I would reiterate that, Dave. And you know, it's led, all those words that I've just mentioned, it's led to some memorable exchanges with some very prominent people in sports. All those words, you know, they really have. Whether it's, I had to look these up. Whether it was chiding the late Joe Paterno for playing a non-competitive game against Coastal Carolina in 2008. I know that Dave remembers that. I'll never forget it. Whether it was the phone call that I think Dick Girardi might know about that led to the 2013 Bill O'Brien column would be another one. And even recently, as late as last fall, literally minutes after Penn State lost at Ohio State, Dave's not so gently reminding James Franklin about his 1-9 record versus the Buckeyes, and whether that would be a referendum, I think, on his career at the Penn State. He still hasn't answered the question, Dave. He still has not answered your question. Obviously, he has not. I was going to say, I have a couple more notes just written down. Dave was never really bothered, from what I could see, about bothering some famous people after events when it was deserved, whether it was coming after somebody. He was pretty comfortable in awkward moments, and it led to some really fantastic exchanges. And also, when I think of Dave, it's not just the stories that Dave wrote, but it's also the stories surrounding the stories that he wrote. You know, I hope when he talks tonight, you guys will ask him about some of these stories. I don't know them all, but it's an incredible list. Dave has a really, really great story about Jim Harbaugh and Woody Hayes after a Penn State game. I'll let him speak to it. He told me the story and I was just pretty mesmerized, but only Dave would ask Jim Harbaugh after a Penn State-Michigan game about something Woody Hayes said. Dave has an incredible Gene Keady story. I don't know if Dave remembers it. It has something to do with, I think, Gene Keady's game day attire. And I do think that Gene Keady actually, you know, we just saw him at the Final Four on TV. He remembered that story. Dave has a Tom Izzo story. I think it's pretty incredible as well. He's got a bunch of Matt Millen stories. And you might want to ask him why one day at the NCAA men's basketball tournament, he was wearing a pair of Pat Forty's jeans. So that's about all for me, Dave. Like I said, you were different in the best way. Everyone, if you guys want to raise a glass, if you got it, just a toast to Dave Jones. Dave Jones, well done and well written. Enjoy your retirement.
Cheers.